It's dangerous. It's devious. It's still Xevious after all these years. The name hasn't changed, but don't let the pronunciation deceive you. Xevious is spelled with an X for extreme, as in extremely awesome and extremely challenging. Xevious is one of the earliest top-down vertical scrolling shooters, and as such, your spaceship is armed with the equivalent of a flintlock rifle and crappy World War I era bombs. Damn, I can never remember where that tower is. It's the equivalent of rolling down the window in your spaceship and manually dropping bombs on things. But this is a spaceship. In the future or something. Shouldn't you be able to bomb these things from orbit? Anyway, what makes this game tough is that no matter how far you get on one life, you're not getting a spread shot, you're not getting lightning bolts that lock onto enemy targets, you're not getting heat-seeking missiles, there's no blue and green laser beams, there's no hunter, and there's certainly not a shield. It's you versus the enemy, and you're only armed with your crappy weapons. This Namco arcade classic has a wonderful risk versus reward arcade style. Do you go for points or do you just try to stay alive? You can bomb targets, but frequently you'll be bombing targets while also dodging waves of enemy fighters shooting at you. It's Xevious. It's just an awesome game. This is the Nintendo Entertainment System version, the NES game cartridge, which can be found these days for a whopping almost nothing. It's pretty much free. I think I found it for $2. You can also get Xevious for the Atari 7800, which is the one I grew up with, and just about every other game console. In fact, there's excellent versions of Xevious on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and a nice remake called Xevious Resurrection. Unlike a lot of other 80s arcade classics, which were made easier on the NES, like Pac-Man, to appeal to a home console market back in the day, Xevious retains its arcade difficulty. It's an unforgiving game. It's easy to make a mistake while playing Xevious. I think the trick with Xevious is to rack up as many points as possible early in the game before it gets really hard to get some extra lives. I don't have this thing memorized like I used to, but it's fun. If you've played one version of Xevious, you've pretty much played them all. They're very similar, whether you're playing the 7800 version, NES game cartridge, or Xevious on the PlayStation 3. They're all Xevious. And they've all got these spinning metal plates that defy gravity. I love these things. As you see, the 8-bit NES handles Xevious with ease. It's a pretty basic looking game, but the sounds and the visuals are memorable if you enjoy Xevious. If you already have this for another game console, there's no reason at all to run out and buy the NES game cartridge, unless that's the one that you really remember enjoying. It's certainly cheap, so the good news is if you'd like to play Xevious, it's not a rare game. And it plays well with the NES gamepad. You only need 2 buttons. This version does look better than the Atari 7800 version, but the NES generally puts out a cleaner signal than the Atari 7800 does. Whoa, bet you thought I was going to get it there, but I didn't. Although I could have really planned ahead on that one. Oh well. Maybe next time, because I'm sure that I'll play Xevious again. And there you have it. Easy to find, easy to collect. Xevious. With an X.